Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or hello, welcome if you're new. My name is Lasandra, and today we are going to be doing our cash planning for the next 2 weeks. And I just realized I totally forgot to write down that we are going to be cash planning for $2,000. And you guys, all right, for those of you who just want to get right to the cash planning, go ahead and jump to this portion of the video. But first, I just wanted to give a little explanation as to why I have been so incredibly MIA lately. I think in one of my last videos, I explained that something had happened that I wasn't quite ready to talk about. And I shit you not, guys, more has piled onto that to the point where I literally just had like not a mental breakdown, but I just pretty much shut down. And that is why I went MIA, because I needed to kind of get myself back in a good place mentally. So, oh gosh, a little over 2 weeks ago, the thing that had happened was our police chief committed suicide. And so that was a very difficult thing to process, especially since, my father committed suicide when I was young. So, and I knew the daughter of the police chief. So it just kind of took me back to a place that I needed to just kind of like make peace with and all that. And then last weekend, and I hope I can do this without crying, my son Jacob, his classmate died in a car accident. Sorry. And it was just so, it just really shook me to the core, because again, I know this girl, knew her, loved her. Her family is so wonderful, and they are such pillars of our community and so involved in our youth and everything. So it literally sent shockwaves throughout our community when that happened. And then the bank that I bank at, one of the gals that I've known and who worked there was just diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. So, it's been rough. And on top of all of it, I had COVID about a week ago. So I'm still kind of recovering from that. Like, I have had sickness for the last 2 months. And so if you can imagine, not only am like physically am I drained, you add those things to it, and it has just been, it's been nuts. So my little hiatus was necessary, and I just want to say thank you all so much for understanding, being patient with me, and I encourage all of you to, lift up prayers for families. If you want to say a quick prayer for the families that I just mentioned, that would be great. But just in general, everybody is going through so much that we don't know or realize. So just take a moment, and then plus you have everything else that's going on in the world. I try not to get into politics too much, but Jesus, when you coming? Like, I just feel like, what is happening? Anyway, but I think what's really important is that we try to get back on track, refocus, and, because life goes on. And for the rest of us, we need to just keep plugging away. So let me grab myself a little drink. How freaking adorable is this cup? It may have been the inspiration for one of the dashboards I have on my Etsy shop, but I got it at TJ Maxx and I just love it. And of course, this is my Alani. So 1 second. Okay, reset. Here we go. So we are going to cash plan for the next 2 weeks. And it's been a hot minute since I've done this, so I'm a little rusty, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to start with our savings challenges because those are the ones that are very unpredictable. So I want to make sure that we plan for that. So the first one is our Valentine's Roll and Save, which is in my Etsy shop if you guys are interested. So let's see how many times we're rolling. 2 times. All right, so the first ones are a 4 and a 1, which is $3. And then the last one is a 1 and a 6, which is also $3. All right, so $6 there. And then our other one is from Cash Up with Grace, and it's her rock, paper, scissors. So let's go ahead and see how many times you're rolling. 2 times. Okay, that's a theme. So, oh gosh, duh. I'm going to use her adorable little dice. So the first one is scissors. Let's get my marker. All right, scissors is $6. So here's a scissors. And then the last one is rock, which is $2. So $8 altogether, which that is a good little amount. $8. Okay. I'm actually going to put this in the back. No, it should be dry. We're good. All right. Next, our Go Mommy. Go Mommy, go Mommy, go. Let's see what we got. Here we go. Right? Yes. Okay. Add the month, number, and day of your birth date. So example, 1 plus 30 equals 31. Okay, so add the month number, which is 11, and the day of your birthday, which is 8. So that would be 19. That's fun. I like that one. All right, so 19. And where's my little mark? Okay, so 19. Yes, so my birthday is November 8th, and my birth year was 1984, so I am a 41-year-old cash stuffer, and I have no regrets. The only regret I have is the fact that I didn't start this a long time ago. So, you know, my friends like Leela over at Leela Budgets, who I think she's like 25, like, again, hey girl, I freaking admire you. I love your drive and the fact that you started so young, like the fact you're saving for a dream house and you have saved so much money. And then I think also Rain over at Rain Budgets, Callista over at Cloudy Money, like all of these young cash stuffers. Where were you in my lives? Oh yeah, you were like in elementary school. Anyway, so yes, start as soon as you can, but it's also never too late. So, all right, now we're going to be starting our You Go Glen Coco, and this is from Cooper over at Purely Budgets. And I think I'm just going to grab a number. So we'll just start with 12. So I'm just going to do a little heart there. And that'll be that. So, and this is from a savings bundle, their Mean Girls collab. I don't know if anyone still has it on their shop. I don't remember seeing it anywhere. So when I'm all done with this, I would love to share with someone else if they would like it. So, all right. And then the next is from Melina at the Millennial Dollar. This is her Heartopoly. So let's see how many spaces we're moving. We've got 6. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Are you kidding? Just $1. Okay. That's okay. That's what makes this game fun. You just never know what you're going to get. All right. So then we're going to go over to our 100 envelope challenge, which, you know, if you've missed previous ones, a lot of people actually stuff the money in here, but I want the money to start accruing interest for me because this is going towards my bonus daughter's wedding. It's happening in 2027. So hello, I want to earn that money. So let's go ahead and let's do the 9 and the 10. And then that should be good. So we're going to do the 9 and the 10, so 19. All right, so let's go ahead and add this up real quick. All right, so that is $65 there. I'm actually going to write it up here. And then for my Merry Mondays and my Debt Snowball, I did not do those challenges this last week for reasons that I just explained. So we are going to get right back into it. So I'm going to put $100 in each one. So that's going to be $200 there. All right. So now I want to go ahead and do the 2,000 minus the 65 minus the 200. So we have 1735 left to work with, which is great. Oh, and I'm sorry if, I hope my raspy voice isn't too annoying. I am just freaking thankful I'm not coughing. Holy cow, guys. I think I pulled chest muscles. I was coughing so much. And then my son Braden, he, I just found out he has influenza. I can't remember what day that was. I think it was Wednesday. So I'm like wearing a mask around him because I know my immune system is absolute dog shit right now. So I don't want to get sick anymore. Like, I'm done because I haven't been to the gym. And I know, like, for my mental health, the gym is what brings me peace. And I've not been able to go for so long. So, ugh. Anyway, okay, enough of me whining. Oh my gosh, I always do this. We need to start with my wallet. So groceries, we are going to be doing the $400, which is $200 a week. And then spending is going to be the $120. My husband will get $40 a week and I'll get $20 a week. Coffee, we just bought some coffee, so I'm just going to do $20. That should be more than enough. Eating out, we will be doing $40, $20 a week. And then buffer, that's just for me, is going to be getting $20. So one sec while I add that up. Okay, so $600. It's a nice even number. All right, so I don't remember what we had. Damn it. I think it was $1,735. So 2,000 minus the 265 minus the, damn, I was right. Okay, so 1135 left. So now let's go ahead and get into auto. All right, so auto, we have 300 in here. So let's go ahead and just do 25. All right, and then emergency. And look at this. I love it. I got this from Angela over at EMSO Budgets, and I just freaking love it. So when I'm doing this now, I'm actually going to go based on the amounts that she has. So let's just go ahead and do this 25. How convenient. So we'll do that. Okay, and then healthcare, we have 175. So let's see. Let's go ahead and just do 25 to get it up to 200. All right, and then registration. So registration, I didn't do this last paycheck, so I actually want to do double because I was planning to do $30 every paycheck. So I'm going to do 60 in this one. Okay, and then home improvement. We had over $500, and you'll see that we only have 25 now because we had some significant household issues. Kitchen, once again, the sink completely backed up. We had a water leak. We had all this stuff. It was a nightmare. So we've got all of that replaced. So hopefully it will not happen again. But we're kind of basically starting over, which is frustrating. But that's what this is for. Had I not been cash stuffing, that we would have just had to figure out where the hell that money was coming from. So I don't even care. That's fine. That's why we do this. So we're going to do 25. And then propane. So we did just get a fill. So, which was a lot cheaper than I thought. So 225 is what we have. We'll just do 25 in there. Okay. And then on to low priority, which is landscaping. Super, super low priority, so we're just going to do the 25. Okay, and then our fur babies, everybody got their haircuts and all that stuff. We've got 50. I'm just going to put 30 in here, so that way we have enough for the next cut, which should be a while. And then vacation. So we actually, listen to me explaining because it's been so long. So my husband is actually going to be doing a triathlon. And so we went ahead and just agreed that we will start pulling, we pulled $400 from vacation so it can start going towards, equipment that he needs, obviously to be successful. And it's just really important to him. He's getting close to 50. And so it's just something that he'd really like to accomplish. So we're at 25. So we're just going to do 25 in here. And obviously I might go back and revamp some of that or up some of these. So 350 in pool. we're just going to go ahead and do 25. Yeah, I think we're going to be going back to this to this binder because we have a lot left to work with. So, all right, let's go ahead and go into personal and the kids. Ooh. All right. Personal beauty is empty because I got my hair did, the boys got their hairs did, and I can't remember what else. Oh, nails. Yep, we did nails. There was something else. Anyway, whatever. So I'm just going to do 25 in here. Good Lord, that's the theme. Clothing. So my son, Braden, spent everything that we had, which he needed to. He's definitely hitting a growth spurt. So I'm actually going to do, because Mason is going to need some clothes soon, I'm actually going to do 100 in here. So, okay. And then home decor, we'll do 25 because I am going to need some new stuff for the house. Gifts, we've got 30. So let's do 20. Get that up to 50. And then tattoo, we're kind of starting over here. I did a deposit. So I've got 75. Let's do 25 to get that up to 100. Okay. And then Jacob is going to be getting $30. And so Mason is not going to be getting money, and neither is Braden. Two different things. So Mason, now that he's driving, I actually have a debit card that, oh my gosh, this is complicated. Anyway, it's easier for him to just pay at the pump. So I have some money that goes to another bank account, and I just told him, okay, you have to ask me first, but that's what I want him to use, just so that way he doesn't have to, especially since it's so cold. So he did get gas, so I'm not going to be stuffing that. And then Braden, we worked out a deal. He bought a game for his PS5, so he's not going to be getting any money for the next 2 cash stuffings, and he is done. He doesn't get anything else. So they're getting skipped. And then Livy, it's been a hot minute. How you doing, girlfriend? So let's see. I don't remember how much she has. Let's just do the 30. I don't know what I'm doing. It's been a while. We're doing 30 and the rest of them. And of course, I don't remember if I deducted Jacob. I think I did. We'll find out in a second. So 30, 60, 90. Okay. Holy crap, you guys. That's $530 left. Hoo-wee. Okay. So, let me really quick, I'm going to add these up just so that way I have the totals so I know we're good. 1 second. So yes, we are good. 530 is what we have left. So really quick, I just want to kind of look at this. I'm debating if I want to up our grocery budget just because shit's expensive, you guys. And, you know, we're trying so hard to bring healthier foods into the house, you know, as far as snacks and things like that go. I am going to up this. We're going to do 450. And of course, I didn't grab my white out. Okay, so let's do 450, which will be 425 per week. Okay, so that's an extra, an extra 50. So minus the 50. Okay, so I think we're good there with our wallet. So I made this mistake once. I forgot to update these as I was going to. So 650. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely where we will make some adjustments. God, I'm sorry. My voice annoys me. It's so raspy and icky. But again, I'm not coughing, so hold on. Okay. So should we just do auto for sure? Let's go ahead and bump that up to 50. So that'll be another 25. And then let's see what else we had on Angela's sheet here. So we had the 25, We could go ahead and do the 20 as well. Yeah, let's do the 20 as well. So that'll be 45. Okay. So then healthcare, we were going to get up to 200 there. And I think we're good here. We don't really need much there. I've already done this. Home improvement, let's definitely work on that. Home improvement's 25. So let's do $75 in here. So that'd be another 50. That way we're at $100. And then propane, we were going to be at 250. Let's go ahead and up that another 50. Because it'd be nice to just be done there. So 75. So that'll get us up to 300. So minus the 50. Okay. Oh, landscaping, no. Fur babies, you know what? We're going to need dog food. So let's go ahead and up that by 25. Oh my goodness, so 55. Okay. And vacation, that was going to get us up to 50. Yeah, that's fine. Pool, I mean, we really do want that pool. So let's go ahead and do another 25. So that'll get us up to 400. So 50 going in there. Okay. Now let's go ahead and go back to the personal and kids. Oh, goodness. I think I might. Shh. Don't tell Mason and Brayden. I think I will go ahead and just, I'm not going to tell them that it's in there, but that way I have it, just in case. So, okay. So that'll be $60. Okay. And that'll get us to 200. So beauty, trying to think. Because this is for hair, makeup, and nails. So, lashes. Let's talk lashes for a second. I kind of went back to old school methods just because I didn't have enough money and I really wanted my lashes curled. So I busted out my lighter again so I can heat up my my eyelash curler. And damn, I forgot how well that worked. But I was looking at some on Amazon. So maybe I'll add another 25 here. Let me know if any of you guys use the heated lash curlers. And if you do, which one do you recommend? I would like to know. All right, and then clothing, like I say, we put 100 in there. That should be good. Home decor, 50. We're really good there. That'll take us up to 50. Let's do tattoo. 25 got us up to 100. So let's just do 75. Do I want to do that? Decisions, you guys. My goodness. It's really not that big of a priority, so no, I'm not going to do that. Let's go back to the 100 envelope really quick and see what the other amounts were there. So we did 9 and 10. So if we did 11 and 12, I think let's do that. Just because this is really important. I want to make sure that we can help live out. So 152. Remember 152. 19. 152. 152. 152. 152. All right, so that's 42. All right, so 152. Was that with the 11 and the 12? Oh, my Lord. I'm just going to peek at my video. One sec. Okay, yes, I did. I had already done that. So 152 is what we have left. And so I want to focus on something else in here just because I know we're going to need it. You know what? I'm doing vacation because damn it. I really, I need to get away. I really do. With everything that's been happening, even if it's just staying in a hotel a couple hours away, I don't even care. So the rest of this is going into vacation so that way we can at least pay for, you know, a hotel room or something like that. So 152 plus the 25. So that's 177 going in vacation. Don't even care. All right, so now I'm going to add all of this up and just make sure that we are kosher. Yeah, I can tell that I'm a bit rusty here. So I added stuff up and I was still $25 short. So I went ahead and put it into home improvement here. So now we're good. Now we're going to do the tallies. So we have what we need. So groceries, we're going to be doing, so $225 a week. So that's going to be $150, $225. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And then I'll just double it. Okay. And then, so 40 is going to my husband each week. And then I will be getting 20. And I like to do that a 10, a 5, and 5 ones. And then I'm just going to write 10 here so I don't have to do all those tallies there. And then coffee, we're just going to be doing a 20. Eating out is going to be 40. Buffer, I like to do a 5 and 5 ones. So we'll do that and then the 10 there. Okay. So auto is going to be getting 50. And then emergency is 45. 25. Oops, almost messed that up. 60. So it's going to be the 50 and the 60. And for anybody that's new, you'll notice that I have some areas shaded in. I am actually going to be using prop bills for everything that's shaded in. So that way it goes straight into our ally account so it can be accruing interest. So also, if you don't have an ally and you would like to open one, I do have a referral link below. And thank you so much. I know there are a couple of you that have used it. I'm so excited for you. And I hope you got your $100. So that is also a benefit to using that code. So if you're interested, highly recommend it. Leela over at Leela Budgets, my girl, she's the one who got me started. So anyway, pay it forward, right? All right. So home improvement is 100. Propane is 75. 25. 55. And then this one I am just using cash. Yeah. So that way I don't have to go run to the bank and transfer and all that stuff. So 150, 75, 6, 7. Pool is going to be getting 50. And beauty's 50, 100, 25, 20, 25. And then 30s across the board here. And you'll notice with Livy, Addie, and the significant others, or SIGODs, it just goes into Ally because we do just transfer the money to them via Venmo. But it's not very often that they ask for it. So again, might as well be accruing interest. And then, okay, so then we've got 5 and 6, and I need to do my monthly closeout. I just realized that. A little bummed. You know, it's not going to be as good as it could have been, but that's just life. We were able to save money, so I'm okay with that. And then 42. Oh yeah. It was a 9, 10, 11, 12. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12. There we go. Okay. And then the Merry Mondays. Merry Mondays and Debt Snowball. I incorporated a $20 bill and I didn't like it. So we're going to stick to 10s, 5s, and 1s. But I want the bulk of them to be 1s. So how about we do 51s? Yep. I'm just going to put that down now. So 50 and 1s. And then we'll do, let's do 30 and 5s. Yeah, and then just 20. Oh my gosh, and that would have sucked. 20 and 10s. We are not putting down 30. You ding ding. Yep, okay. And just because, what the fuck? 6. In my head I was thinking, whatever. This is why I use a calculator, right? Whatever. All right, so that's our 100. So now let's go ahead and tally it all up and make sure we're good. So 10, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 40. And then, so 140. Oh my Lord. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 7. Oh wait, nope. Because this is just for cash. This is just what I'm actually, effing hell. All right, so let's take the 140 minus, we've got 2 and then 7. So minus the 9. So it's actually going to be 131. Yes, 131 is what I need in cash. And then prop bills is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm still getting used to this myself, so bear with me. All right, so then cash. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm not trusting my head right now. So 23 5s is what we need here. All right, and then 10, or let's go back to the prop bills here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'll tally it, or I'll add it up over here just to make sure we're good. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and then we've got 4, 5, 6. Do we have any? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 2 in this. Okay, so now I'm not going to put you through this. Let me just add it up. Okay, so I'm glad I did that off camera because once again my numbers were goofy. This was actually 23 5s, not 25. Anyway, so that's where I goofed. So we have a total of 2,000. So I'm going to write this down. So 1236 is actually what I'm taking from the bank. And then the 764 is going straight into Ally. So let me go ahead and get this. So I'm just focused on this line. So we've got 300s. And then we have 650s, which is 300. We have 1420s, 280. 10s, we've got 11. 5s is the 23, which is 115. And then 131 ones. Oh, they always chuckle when I have stuff like that. So the grand total should be $1,236 coming out of our checking account. So let's just one more time for sanity's sake, because I like to make their lives as easy as possible over there because I just love them. 131. So yep, 1236. So this is what I will be taking to the bank actually right now. So I will be back either later today or maybe possibly tomorrow morning with the cash stuffing. So thank you so much for hearing me out, listening to me. Again, as a community, we've got to stick together through the, hardships, through the great times, celebrate our victories, but also be there for one another during the hardships. So again, thank you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.